It's good to have you back, Sam. Welcome back, my man. I'm glad the plot Yeti only killed
Thank you.
Rye and not you, actually. So
Didn't kill Rye either.
you don't know that. I don't know that. Rye got grabbed and thrown off a ledge. Thonk gave his weird
I am Rye. I know if I'm dead or not. I'm not dead.
Listen, Thonk told the party, which was his way of saying he cares, and then he moved on. So it's over. It was nice having you in the party. I expect a goodly paladin to show up now in your place.
Well, Paladin's gone, so.
Time to make your own paladin, man.
I played a Paladin before. I'm not doing it again.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, they're fucking OP, dude.
What's OP about them?
We learned they hit really fucking hard.
They're hit really fucking
That's
hard.
true, yeah, he was in hard.
And they get like a double hit at level 5. And they can just summon a spectral fucking mount whenever they want.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty great.
I want a ghost horse.
Ghost horse.
The steed.
Nice. Ghost horse.
Horse.
How's everybody's week?
Good.
How was motherly visits, Sam? I called you Rye. Good?
It was
Fam's good?
Mother was good.
How's Dodger? She buried beneath mugs?
Yep. She's dead.
That tweet was so good.
She sat me down.
She sat you
She
down.
sat me down, like, took my hand. Like, really serious thing. She was like, I think I have an issue. She, like, confessed everything to me about her hoarder nature. Stuff that I'd been, like, joking about for years. And, I was like, and every time she says it, I was like, I know. I know.
That's so good. I can imagine Brooke just sitting you on the couch like, Sam, we need to talk.
I'm a hoarder. I need you to help me.
Aw, it's so cute.
that is adorable.
What was your advice, Sam?
Huh?
What was your advice, Sam?
I was just like, I'll just throw all your shit out.
Yeah.
Nice.
That way she doesn't
That
have
is
to
sound
deal with
advice.
Do it when she's at the office or something.
No. I don't want to get murdered in my sleep, man.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Well, can you do them like
You're
one
right.
a week or one every couple of days, or do you think they'd replenish too quickly for you
I
to
feel like she would feel a change in the air. She would know. Yeah.
Something's different.
She'd be at the office and like I'd be at home and she would feel like a grave disturbance in the force.
One of my favorite cat mugs is gone.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Bear, how was your week, man?
Fantastic, man. I said this on the NLSS today, but I'm currently dealing with 3 ISPs simultaneously.
Oh, okay,
to-
that sounds like a terrible idea.
Yeah, just daily ISP conversations. Doesn't that sound like a thrilling week? Because that's more or less been my last few of just wondering when the internet will stop being a temporary thing. But other than that, I'm doing great. There's a new Rocket League game mode just came out today.
Shit, man.
Oh, what is it?
It's called Drop Shot. So you have this hexagonal map that's divided in half, and you're trying to protect your floor. So the ball does damage to the floor when it hits, and if you knock out the floor, that becomes the goal, and then you're trying to score on that. So it's
It's like volleyball.
yeah, it's kind of like a hyper volleyball more or less, where you've got all these different it makes Rocket League more interesting, I think, because it creates these exciting moments that aren't necessarily scoring opportunities.
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
cool. Yeah, I really like it. But anyway, yeah, I'm
I'm not
good.
surprised that you like anything Rocket League comes out with. So
I know, right? Yeah, that's a weird pattern I've
it
got.
is. It's a very, very strange. And Maggie, how was your week? Full of work, presumably.
Oh my gosh, I'm like drowning in work. I just want to consume as much alcohol as possible now.
You got 2
No, it's
beers.
good.
That's
It's
an
just-
option. That's an
It's like I go through these ups and downs because in game development you have a ton of crunch time, and then it's like okay, and then it's a ton of crunch time, and so that's my life is
Yeah.
that consistent crunching. But yeah, so
Stressful as
just
hell.
prepping for all the things, and we just announced 2 things. One is like Play MXM is going into beta, its first beta phase.
Hell yeah.
And we also announced that it's going to be coming out in the summer of this year. So Sam,
Oh, really?
stop asking me when it's coming out. And
I mean, the summer's super vague, so I'm probably gonna keep up.
he's like, I'm still going to keep spamming you. And then Blade and Soul just announced a new expansion.
2017. That tells me nothing. That tells me nothing.
Blade and Soul just announced a new expansion, and then Ion and Lineage just had an expansion. Both of them did. So it's just my life has been nonstop because I'm working on all the titles. But outside of that, I joined another role play group, and
Yeah, you did.
I'm doing some really cool stuff for tomorrow's stream. Well, I don't know what's gonna happen if we're gonna have tomorrow's stream now. Jesse.
I think we're still gonna do it. Sans Jesse. That's all. If you're not busy tomorrow, Sam, we need a spot filled for tomorrow's guest spot.
I'm actually like with Jesse.
Oh, okay. You're doing the same thing he's doing. Got it. That works.
Like Jesse
That's
stole.
funny. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I think we're still gonna do a show tomorrow. I think we'll.
Way to ask him on air.
Yeah,
Wow.
whatever. Put him on the spot. I don't give a shit. And finally, Scott, I already know what you're doing this week. You're also part of a new roleplay group, but more importantly, you're being impatient and you're building a computer without me there.
Well, what are you talking about? What computer? What? No,
How's that going?
it's not done already. No.
It's not. You
No.
didn't do it all today.
No, I didn't. It's not all completely finished, and now just need the monitor. Nothing like that. No. What are you talking about?
I'm glad you did it though. It's not hard.
I have to say, like, I've never actually built a computer before, and the GTX 1080. I'm holding this thing, and I'm like, this is a
Massive.
rocket ship. This is, like, how is this one computer part? This computer, like, isn't this what people pass as a computer nowadays? Like, holy.
Pretty much.
Did you see computers before?
I'm not even joking. Like,
tiny compared to
I'm
before.
I'm like a nerd, and I used to, like, when I was much younger, we're talking like early to mid 90s, take apart computers for fun and haha, big nerd. But I was never really a big part of like PC building or hard gaming or anything like that. Like I was, console games, those make me happy, you know, or simple PC games that don't require a big graphics card or whatever. I'm just like, holy shit, this thing is literally like a rocket ship. This is insane powered. So I don't know. It's pretty cool though.
Mhm.
So it was a learning experience. I'm sure you guys are kind of rolling your eyes and like, oh wow, good job. I've done it like 83 times now. But
I have no idea how to build a PC, dude. I just paid someone else, so you actually.
okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sam.
I built 3. I still have no fucking idea what
Yeah, I'm
I'm
just trying to make you feel better about yourself. All right?
You just put on a YouTube tutorial or just an online and just follow that.
Actually, I think I've watched Sam unbox some PCs before, so I think Origin sends you them or something.
Ready made.
Don't have to worry about it. Just sell out a little bit and you're good to go.
Yeah.
No, I just have my little nerd brother, who's like way bigger than me, come and assist me with the computer. It's funny because like I have like these huge hands, and he's like, "You're gonna have to take care of this part because your hands are small." And I'm like, "What do you? I have monster hands. This is wrong." It was fun.
Everybody says it's just advanced Legos, but you don't have to go buy like a replacement $400 Lego piece when you accidentally scratch one of the Legos against the other one. You know, like that shit it's fickle.
Yeah.
It was fun.
It's weird because like computer parts are a lot more sturdy than you think they are, but they're also extremely fragile at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think we should start playing D&D, and I'm excited because we're going to start with Scott recapping last week and finding out what happened to good old Rye.
I was really hoping we could have Sam recap last week, but I guess I'll do my job.
All right,
So,
do it up.
All right, so 2 weeks ago ended with the party actually making their way all the way to the cave that they were hired to eliminate the Verbeeg and Hill Giant problem from. So the party finally made their way there. They're get to the mouth of the my apologies, on their way up to the mouth of the cave because they're attacking the front and causing a distraction. They bumped into a hill giant. They killed it. It was quick and easy. I think nobody took any damage. It's like one of the best fights they've ever done ever, which is amazing. And then they immediately went up to the mouth of the cave. They saw that there were some giants kind of right on the inside. So with a casting of thaumaturgy, Rye just starts like screaming obscenities into the cave to kind of get their attention, to make them come out. And then they're kind of like we're throwing like little attacks and taunts and whatnot as they ran down the mountainside to lure them away from the cave, to try to get as much attention as possible, figuring, okay, we're going to kill these ones and then go back and kill some more and so on. As they were running down the cave, one of the things that Thonk noticed, because he's super observant, one of the things that Thonk noticed was, hey guys, stop yelling because the snow up there is looking a little bit loose. Whatever. Flash forward. Now we're at the bottom of the mountain. The two hill giants have caught up to you. You can't go any further. The ones that are way behind are no longer throwing rocks at you. Fight ensues. So first round of the combat's going relatively well. Asan's, a huge boulder being hurled at Thonk and crushing him down to like a couple points of damage. Rye getting plucked off of a ledge and thrown off the ledge by Plot Yeti. And things just kind of going to shit. from there. Grommen pops a potion of enlarged person, or whatever it's called nowadays, gets all like bloop, 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 Mario big, and starts going at the giants. And Otto casts, this is great, Otto casts Tasha's Hideous Laughter and starts making the giants laugh. Between the booming combat, the booming laughter and everything, Avalanche comes and more or less takes care of the giant problem for you. You guys running and hiding. Dig yourselves out of the snow, which takes forever. Decide Rye can take care of herself from talking to her through a magic stone. Head up to the cave. From there, clear it out. Argue with the people about whether or not you did enough in your side of the bargain. Decide, F you guys, we did enough.
We did so much distraction. Avalanche happened.
And what? I'm sorry?
And an avalanche happened.
Avalanche happened. Yeah.
An avalanche.
It was one of those things where your guys actually did do a good job, and you would have done even better, but the avalanche buried you under the snow. Now, sorry if that's a longer description than usual, but I wanted to make sure that Sam caught all the details so he knows what happened. I'm pretty sure he's most excited about the desecration of a temple because, Thonk will be Thonk. And the session literally ended with Thonk desecrating a temple, spending a few hours up in the cave, as Grommen and Otto left Thonk and the cave and everybody else up there to go and try to find their companion Rye. Thonk not joining because he's like, they got this, no big deal. So this session is going to pick up with Grommen and Otto trying to find Rye as she got thrown off that cliff, and they saw the tree cover down below and all of that fun stuff. So they've picked their way back down over the avalanching snow. They've picked their way all the way down to that cliff that they know. They're doing their best to try to find, but the snow on it now is it's not fully settled because it was the avalanche that came off. And they look down the cliff and like, oh, this is terrible. They spent quite a bit of time. They're kind of familiar with this area because they've been through it so many times. And both of them have the Wanderer ability, which means that both of them are great at picking their way through areas they've been through. And they're finding the way all the way down that mountainous side till they finally get down there and they're trying to find Rye. Why don't we start off with the two of you rolling me your, survival check to pick up their tracks. If you prefer not survival, you can roll me investigation to try to find Rye's tracks. And let me click so I can see this because
Good start, Maggie. That is just primo roll number 1.
Crushing it right there. Okay, so
hey man, I had to dig you guys out of like an avalanche. I needed a little rest.
Oh, I do want to mention one little thing before we continue on. Sam, kind of funny. We had Thonk desecrate that temple and all that because, Thonk will be Thonk. He didn't know what god it was. No clue. Failed like 2 religion checks, had no clue what god it was. So it was just funny him being him.
Yeah,
Basically, we're going to get fucked over later by some rando god. Because Thonk desecrated this.
No, I just like, for those who are curious and think that it's just like, oh, Thonk being, well, it is Thonk, but like, I have a personality trait that says I am intolerant of all other faiths except for my own.
So what you're saying, Michael, is Thonk is being Thonk.
Yeah, that's Maggie, that is an accurate assessment. I second.
Well, you guys keep saying Thonk is being Thonk, but.
Oh no, Barry, care to weigh in?
Good taco.
Perfect worst timing.
That's the most sensible quote I've heard so far.
I think Thonk is a sacrilegious fiend.
Wow.
But we'll see how that progresses.
None of you worship a dwarven god, so who gives a shit?
The dwarven.
We don't have a dwarf in our party.
You don't know what Grommen worships.
You worship animals, as far as I'm concerned, and then you eat wooden statuettes of them.
Raccoons.
Yeah, raccoons.
Oh yeah, I ate the statue this time. Just the raccoon ones. I only eat the raccoon ones.
Apparently, they taste better. Made out of a better wood. All right. So, you guys are down at the bottom of the area. You finally got down there, and you're trying to find tracks. Now, Grommen is doing what Grommen does best. He's looking for, like, broken branches. He's looking for, like, footprints in the snow, looking for any signs of disturbance that would say that Rye had been through this area, and he's doing the best he can to try to find these tracks. However, tons of branches are broken, tons of areas are disturbed because a fucking avalanche fell off the cliff down in this area. So Gromit is trying, but not succeeding. Now, while Gromit is being thorough in that sense, Otto, however, happens to see the bloody footprints walking off in the distance. So he decides to follow the bloody footprints. Psst, yo, Gromit, come hither. And you guys do exactly that, following the bloody footprints. Now, as time goes on, you guys are following the footprints for a while. Eventually, you happen across a bit of a scene before you. As a matter of fact, the footprints lead out to an area where there are, it looks like 3 dead Yetis lying on the ground, 2 significantly smaller than one. And it looks like Rye is kind of passed out on top of the one much larger Yeti, just lying there unconscious amongst this blood-covered snow all down here, dead Yeti around. She herself, from the distance that you guys are at right now, you're just seeing that they are, that she is not in good shape. She herself is like marks on her. She's got blood soaking her clothing and her cloak. She just looks a mess. Her clothes are destroyed. She's not looking good at all. I imagine the 2 of you who just survived all of that combat with the 3 giants and then going up to the cave and all of that, you guys yourselves are not in mint condition. However, you see Rye like this. Don't worry.
Grom's pretty good, actually.
Is he doing decent? Oh yeah, that's right. Because you had like tons of.
I'm 33 out of 38. I'm all right.
That's right. It's just like out of reaches and stuff. Yeah. What was that?
Gromit, I want to go over and like wrap her in my cloak and like pick her up.
We're gonna rush pretty quickly over there. I'd like to cast heroism on her like instantly as well, if I could.
Sure. So you guys are able to quickly make your way over to where Rye is, and you kind of look over and you look at the Yeti and you see her like passed out on it or whatever. You can see the Yeti's fur just like all around, like its chest where the fur was, is completely burnt back and singed from some of the fur. It's like patches were starting to grow back as where she had burnt it from weeks beforehand. And then there are areas where it's just freshly boiled skin right around its whole chest leading up to almost to its shoulders. Its entire front area is blistered and boiled so much so that you can actually see like the cold is now settled in and the skin's like cracking open from the immediate hot to the immediate cold, the temperature difference.
Definitely Rye's work.
So you guys rush over to Rye, concerned to make sure she's okay. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Bear, you literally had 1 first level spell left, did you not?
I think I actually had only 2nd level spells, so
That's
I would
right.
just cast heroism as a 2nd level spell.
Can that be cast as a 2nd level spell? Cast a spell really quickly. I don't know if I can go at higher levels.
We do have a
You
potion of
cast
sleep.
a spell using a spell slot of 2nd level or higher. You can target. Yes, it looks like I can.
Perfect. Awesome. So you cast a spell on Rye.
Yep.
Awesome. So more or less you can cast it on 2 people. We'll say Gromit and Rye.
Yeah, while they're there, I guess I might as well.
Okay, so there you go. You touch the 2 of them, saying your incantation and or singing it, whatever it is you do, and all of a sudden, Rye, you wake up with 3 temporary health points. You wake up with. You are in a lot of pain. You were a bloodied mess. However, you are alive.
And Gromit's holding you. You have a cloak on you.
Gromit's holding.
She like slowly opens her eyes and sees Gromit and like groans painfully, and then just like closes her eyes again and just like passes out.
So sad.
Without really saying much, I think we all just kind of know what has to happen here. I signaled for Gromit to put her in the pack, if at all possible. She'll probably fit about as well as I did, right?
Can she fit in the pack? I don't think she can.
I mean, it's one of those things where if she will not really be able to fit into it. I mean, Otto fits into it with a bit of effort and whatnot. He's just so used to it from all the drunk times that he had to get stuck in there. You know? It's become a skill, you know. So but Gromit can pick her up and carry her. It will make things a little bit more difficult for the traveling back through the snow, especially since there's so much fresh snow from the avalanche and everything. But you guys will, in fact, be able to do it.
And there's got to be like, we're leaving a lot of meat out here, aren't we? There's got to be some way we can utilize these dead Yeti
And the fur on the Yetis.
Yeah, that too, right?
While Grauman picks up while Grauman picks up Rye and was kind of like, okay, I've got her. You know, she woke up for a moment just to let you know that she was alive, and then kind of passed back out because, I mean, simple fact of the matter is temporary health points aren't really enough to bring anybody back from unconsciousness, anyways. But that doesn't matter. So it was good for what it did. You guys know she's okay. You know she won't die very easily, and you. As you're picking that up, Otto kind of like looks across the Yetis and kind of like, doesn't this seem like a bit of a waste? You know, Grauman kind of getting the idea. I'm not sure which one of you is better at survival, but do one of you intend to like pull out like a Rambo knife and start like?
I have 1 survival.
I've got 3.
Yeah, so you for sure.
Okay, so I've got. I've got the dagger. I've got the dagger of venom.
I could assist you maybe. Like I could put Rye down and like make sure she's warm.
Do you have like another utensil or tool we could use for skinning a Yeti?
I've got throwing axes.
Well,
we can do that.
You gotta initially. I don't know if either of you have ever skinned anything before, but after you make that cut, it's really just a matter of cutting along that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's not. Yeah. So you'd want something that's a bit sharp to cut through that. So your dagger actually, Otto, would be wonderful because it's a magical dagger, so it always has a fine edge.
I was gonna say Rye also has a dagger, doesn't she?
All right. Yeah, we could use.
We could use hers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, your dagger's magical, so like.
Yeah. Let's do that then.
Yeah, you hide.
All right. So I will as Grauman is kind of sheltering Rye a little bit. He can't assist me with this, right?
I can put her down and assist you. I would assume. Like I can maybe hold the Yeti up while he's.
Scott,
I don't know. It's up to Scott.
Yeah.
No. You can totally assist and give advantage on the roll.
Okay.
However, because the flesh of this Yeti is so beat up, it's not like it's a super easy thing to do, and it's certainly going to be time consuming and exhausting. But go right ahead.
How does the skin of the other Yetis compare to this one?
I mean, this Yeti is significantly larger. Despite the fact that its whole front area is burned, this Yeti is significantly larger. Its fur seems significantly I mean, you guys experienced what it was like 4 of you fighting this one guy, assuming it's the same one. Rye by herself finished this one off and took out the other 2. So you kind of make your...
Yeah, while you're doing that, Raman's going to be like, man, how she kills so many?
Yeah, I was wondering that myself. It's quite the feat. We could have a nice cookout here with all this meat, couldn't we?
I don't know if we can carry all that meat, can we? And all the fur?
Probably not.
Yeah.
One other question I had was, how does the back of the Yeti look? Because I know the front is singed.
So the front is completely singed. The inside of the arms and stuff like that are, but like the forearms and hands, aside from being cut or injured from like combat, I mean, the fur is still pretty much intact. And actually, most of its back, its neck, its head, all the way up to the area around its horns and everything, because this one has like smaller horns. It's not like they're huge horns like you would see on an abomination Yeti, whatever they're called. This in particular one, the fur is actually still really good because I mean it had such huge thick fur and such huge thick skin that it was able to hold. So it's just the front area, the vital areas that you guys kept attacking before that are injured. So
let me have Grauman flip it over then, and we'll cut some fur off the back and try to make a little makeshift coat of sorts or something.
Oh yeah, Grauman flips that Yeti over.
Just get as much of that flesh as you can.
Yeah.
And you guys, why don't you roll? It's Otto making the roll, correct?
Yeah, with the advantage.
Roll it with advantage, please.
Okay.
And thank you.
Will do. There you go.
Whoa!
Woo!
Oh, 22. So Grauman's 21 to flip the thing, which does relatively easily. It's large, but Grauman's huge. And then you, with the 22, you guys are working at this. Now, mind you, this is not like, oh yeah, 10 minutes later. No, this is something that takes a long time. It actually takes you a few hours to do. So as you guys are working on this thing, cutting it and whatnot, every once in a while, when Grauman feels as though, okay, because mostly what Grauman's doing is kind of like holding back this big, like heavy, like throwing it over his shoulder and letting like the coagulating blood drip on him, and like kind of holding this thing back and peeling it back more and more so you can keep cutting into it. Every once in a while, it's at a point where Grauman can kind of like rest it down in a decent way and go check on Rye, make sure she's good, maybe give her a little bit of water, and then go back.
You see Rye like breathing, so she's all right.
Yeah. However, after a decent period of time happens, where after a decent period of time goes, where you guys are are working on this thing. I mean, they're pretty stealthy. Don't get me wrong. However, I didn't roll the best, and Grommen does have a 12. I believe it's Grommen that has the 12 passive perception, or maybe it's Otto. Let me check real quick. Actually, I think it's Otto. Otto, 12 passive perception.
I have 11.
Actually, Otto has notices like kind of movement off to the side, and he kind of like looks up, doesn't think anything about it, goes back to work, notices it again, and he looks up. That's when he kind of like tries to get Grommen's attention, and both Grommen and him look for a little while. It's one of those like, I swear I heard something. And you don't see anything, nothing's there or whatever. So after like a couple minutes of just kind of like looking around, you decide,
You hear that?
no. Eventually you go back to work, and then finally gets to the point where, no, Otto knows for a fact, this is like maybe even another 20 minutes later, knows for a fact he heard something. There's definitely something out there. And it's actually just enough notice for Otto to call enough of a warning. You guys can roll initiative without any penalties whatsoever. So you guys may roll your initiative really quickly. Yeah, can you all you guys at once?
Oh shoot.
And I could not.
Who that? Who those be?
So there's a way to do like group initiatives, but I honestly can't remember. Like I know a lot of the hotkeys or whatever, but I can't remember group initiative on Roll20. And I will balance this out in a second for how it goes. Descending. All right. So first thing that happens is an archer from over here jumps out into view for you guys. There's a bit of like a rough terrain between where you are and where it is because of the curve of the snow. But it does pop out and takes a shot. Another archer from over on this side does the same thing, pops out and takes a shot.
I love when they shard at me.
Interesting battle tactic.
A little messy. It's a little messy.
He's too excited.
Don't splotch on the snow
He
too.
jumps out of the snow.
That's a big orc. Sorry, you myself giggle too much. And then a third one comes rushing out towards you guys before you get to act. However, doesn't have enough time to get to you. I'm still laughing about sharding. All right. So the first attack is going to be at Otto. The tactic being, let's take out the little one so we don't have to worry about the big one. And attacking at Otto. And the second attack is just because he's closer. We're going to attack at Grommen.
What do they look like exactly?
They're actually goblins. My apologies. They're goblins wearing fur clothing that jump out and attack at you guys. All right. So the
Goblins
first
aren't very
attack.
smart, are they?
Goblins are not very smart at all. No. The first one attack.
Wait, are these the goblins we ran into before?
You don't believe these do not seem familiar to you at all.
Okay.
But you
They
guys
see
did.
3 dead Yetis and something that killed him, and they decide they're going to attack the thing that killed the 3 Yetis. It's not really good math.
The attack against Otto is a hit. The
Goblins
attack,
aren't very smart.
no. The attack against a Grommen is a miss. All right, against Otto. Ooh, 6 points of damage. So the knock their arrow, pull it back. Now Otto calls out the warning commands, but in doing so distracts himself just enough that the arrow comes in and narrowly clips his leg, putting an ever so slight nick on his leg. Hearing the warning and jumping back just in time, because it's not like Grommen can really be surprised anyways. Grommen dodges easily the attack from the other way. You guys, it's Otto's turn.
All right. This archer is within. Oh wait, no. This guy right here is not an archer. The guy closest to us, right?
Nope, he's a footman.
All right. So, let me see here. My dagger is currently covered in Yeti blood, so that's a little inconvenient. Let's see. Oh, I also don't have my spells, do I?
You cast your last one to make sure that what's her name was okay, and Grommen, it's long past time that spell expired, so Grommen has no benefit from it anymore.
Yippee! Alrighty. Well, they are dumb, so I could maybe take advantage of that, but I don't know. Maybe I just take out the rapier and start wailing on this dude.
There you go.
Seems
Gonna go melee. We haven't seen Otto go, aside from like dagger at an opportune moment. We haven't seen him whip out the rapier since the ship.
How's the goblin size comparison to a halfling?
You guys are about on par. As for whether or not you're taller than this in particular goblin, you don't know for two reasons. One, neither of you are standing really still next to each other, and two, he's kind of like hunched over, whereas you have a really good posture to yourself, so you seem taller at least for now.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, superior posture will win the day. Let's go attack this fool with my rapier.
Okay. Now, reminder, guys, there is rough terrain here, so you're going to be moving at half speed, but that does not impede you. Otto, go.
Okay, ma'am.
Awesome. Your 13 does not actually hit this goblin. He has a shield in one hand and a scimitar in the other. So you swing, and he clips it just in time, catches it with the shield. It is a miss, sir. That brings us to Grommen's turn.
All right.
I was like, I don't want to waste my time on goblins.
So I'm like worried if I leave. Okay, I'm gonna walk right here and I'm gonna look at you and be like, "You got this one?"
I'll just nod.
Okay, and then I'm gonna go take this one.
Okay, so don't forget, Maggie, you are moving at half speed. So this counts as double 50, but I understand the ability you're using. You can still do that. You're good.
Why am I moving half speed?
Yes, because of rough terrain, correct.
Okay.
But that's okay. It doesn't matter. You have your ability to move the double movement. I do get an attack of opportunity against you, though, for moving out of the area.
You roll on disadvantage.
Oh, you are so correct. All right. Rolling a disadvantage. I miss horribly.
All right. Grumman goes running in. His signature move, jumps up and
hit. That's a hit. Oh my God! Oh Jesus Christ! Oh, it's more than double their health points. So Maggie, more than double their health points. You go right ahead and describe this one.
He jumps up in the air and he slices him in half. I don't know. I feel like if that's double his HP, yeah, I'm just like
vertically or horizontally. This is important.
Down the middle.
Down the middle.
One of those
like the length, long way.
It's like a delayed reaction where like it looks like you didn't hit him at all and he's totally fine, and then he just like peels in half like a banana.
Oh, that's so gross.
He like blinks 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, he blinks 2 or 3 times and just slides.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I think it was like one of the earlier Resident Evils with like the laser bit. But anyways,
that was the first Resident Evil movie.
That's horrifying.
Yeah, it's so cool. So
you did it.
Maggie, you definitely killed somebody. Do you have any more of your movement left? Because when you kill somebody, you can bonus action. No, sadly, you don't have enough movement to finish getting to another person to get your bonus action attack. So, but you know what, though, Maggie?
Move here.
Yep, you can move back there. But before you do that, I actually want to show you something. Now that you're on that side, you can actually see there are a few more goblins that were on the other side of the hill over here. And sadly, you still can't get to them in time, but you're welcome to move up if you would like.
No, I'll make them come to me. And so basically, I don't think I have any more rages left, right?
You do not, no.
Yeah, I'm raged out.
Okay. So then after that, going to the next goblin, he is actually going to rush up to about right here, and he's also going to line up a shot and take it at Otto, and he does so. This one actually is a miss against Otto, even though he only has a 14 AC. Lines up the shot and misses, sticks in the snow right next to him. Next up is this guy who starts trying to make his way across the area, but he's moving slowly because of the snow. Next up is actually this archer, who's only going to stay exactly where he is, Maggie, and he's going to take a shot at you, not moving because he's an archer. I actually do hit you that time. Natural 19 plus my bonuses. I actually hit you that time. I'm going to do the total of, where are you? 6 points of damage. Lining up the shot and barely clipping Grommen does 6 points of damage to him. And then that is going to finish off with this guy also making his way only to here.
Actually only 3 points of damage, right? Because I have heroism?
No, heroism went away hours ago. Because hours have passed.
Oh, yeah. All right.
This one's dead. And after that is, because we're back at top of initiative, it's this one's turn. He's going to take another shot at Otto from here. Otto, that is actually a hit against you.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Maximum damage. Christ. 8 points of damage. That's insane.
Neat.
That's a big owie. And then finally, it is the one that is standing directly in front of Otto. Oh, no, it's this one right here, who is going to... Oh, sorry. This guy rushed up and attacked Grommen, and then I missed him before, but it was still their turns anyways. And then it was the one standing directly in front of Otto who was also going to attack him. So last 2 attacks. And attack Otto. All right, so the attack against Grommen. So the guy comes rushing up and tries to swing at Grommen. Grommen, however, who had already cut the other person in half and kind of like looks at this person immediately afterwards. He's a lot more cautious with his step forward, and the way he attacks Grommen is kind of like a like I really don't want to be here right now. I'm second guessing my decision, and misses horribly. And the other one that tries to attack back at Otto, the one that blocked with his shield beforehand, Otto deftly swipes aside his attack with his rapier. It is now finally Otto's turn to do some damage. Otto, bring the pain.
Counterattack. Right with the rapier.
Perfect. Yes! You hit.
Yay. Boom. Yeah.
Okay, well, you hurt him. So with the immediate counterattack, like you said, you swipe and you actually do hit the guy for 3 points of damage, putting a big gash in his forearm and shoulder. After that, Grommen, bring the pain.
All right. They came to him, so.
Yes!
Is that a hit?
That is a hit. And you immediately drop him too. So with a big wide arc of the axe, you're able to easily cut this goblin down. As a bonus action, of course, you can make your second attack. Who are you going to move to?
Why do I get to move to another target?
You haven't moved yet.
You haven't moved yet.
Oh, because I haven't moved yet? No, I'll make them come to me.
So, but right now you can bonus action attack if you choose to, because of your great weapon fighting, your feat.
But I didn't use it.
No. You don't have to. So their great weapon fighting feat has 2 abilities. One ability, take a -5 to get a +10. Other ability, if you kill a creature or a critical hit for any reason, bonus action extra attack.
Oh, all right.
Absolutely.
Well, then I'll take it. Yeah.
Maggie's a killer. Yes, please.
I'm in.
That feeling
All right.
when Maggie doesn't realize how fucking strong she is. She's like, oh, I'm good. And they're like,
I thought in order for that to happen, I had to initiate the thing. Okay.
No, you get like 3 abilities with that feat. All right, so you go rushing up after cutting down the one. You immediately following through with your swipe to kill that goblin with a step forward, knowing that your attack was going to kill it. Rushing up to the second one, and you swing with your axe and actually killed this one too. So immediately afterwards, you rush at the second goblin and fell it with the axe as well. You actually only moved how much distance was that?
15.
15. You can move another not much more because 15 counts as 30. That's it actually. So you did your move. So you're good.
Okay.
Perfect.
I did good.
You did very, very, very good.
Good job, Grommen.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm just trying to make sure I remove these guys off of the initiative order. So
I'm just stress relieving, you know. I'm just kidding.
All right, so this guy lines up to here and takes his shot at Otto. Poor Otto is getting pelted with arrows because he's way over there by himself. Next guy is this one who's going to rush forward as much as he can, getting up to Otto, but not quite getting the attack off on him. Immediately after him is going to be this guy who's also rushing forward, doesn't quite get to Otto. And after that is going to be this archer. I said archer. This archer who is not going to be able to attack Otto because of so many of his friends around him, but is going to take a long shot over at Grommen. 1 second. And with a short bow is going to attack Grommen with disadvantage. So we'll do Grommen first. That's a horrible miss against Grommen. It's a natural 1. So lines up the shot and it doesn't even make half the distance. Terrible miss against Grommen. We're going to be able to get 1 attack against Otto from the guy that closed into melee. The other 2 are not able to do so. Attack against... sorry. Did we do the bow one yet? We had 2 attacks against Otto. 1 from a bow and 1 from a melee guy. So first the bow. It's a miss. Total of a 12. And then the melee guy against Otto. That's a little... And this one's actually a hit. So the guy that swung at you and missed, you swung back and hit. He's actually going to counter swing back at you and hit you as well. And he is doing 4 points of damage to Otto. Poor Otto getting beat up over there. That brings us finally down to Otto's turn as he takes another attack from this goblin.
Oh, I want to run and hide behind Grommen. Do I have that option in any form?
So if you choose to disengage, that is your action. You can't attack, but you can disengage. However, you're going to be moving at half speed, so you're only going to be able to get to as far as, say, here, with your disengage. But it is Grommen's turn immediately afterwards, and Grommen will be able to run forward and Grommen do Grommen.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do that. There's no way I'm going to be able to just stand here and take it. So,
Okay.
over I go.
Awesome. And then Grommen's going to be able to move up to as far as 30 because of the whole double move bit and moving at half speed. Grommen can move as far as here to try to get all the way to them, or you can cut it short, Maggie, if that's what you prefer.
Yeah, I guess I'll go here.
Go right ahead, and I imagine you're going to make your attack roll.
All right.
Oh shit!
Wow.
They're dead.
Oh
Yep,
man,
down he goes.
Okay, yeah, he's dead. I'm just
And
double
then
checking.
after I kill that one, I look at the others, and I say, "You want same fate? Stay. You want live? Leave."
Otto's like limping behind him. Yeah.
Maggie, roll me an intimidation check with advantage because you just slaughtered so many goblins.
Okay.
Ooh, oh my god, Maggie had that one bad roll at the start, and her lowest roll since has been a 15. A 15.
They immediately start running away. Two of them are still technically on the battle map if Otto tries to do anything with it.
I'm going to yell a vicious mockery at them.
Okay. I make my save. You say your insult and roll your d4.
That's the last time I bet you try to mess with a halfling and an orc, huh? I'm still not feeling all that great, but there it is.
There it is. Yeah, you're gonna do your d4 damage. I rolled a 3 minus 1 is 2, so I fail. I
Okay.
should take like double damage or something.
Hey, there's a good
Hey, 4 points of damage. That's actually more than you did with your rapier. Hey.
one. Sure is.
And more than Donk can do with his fucking mace.
Sticks and stones with my
Hey,
words,
we
but
get-
words will never hurt me unless I'm Addo. My words do more damage than my weapon.
Oh, and Maggie, do you wish to make an attack at the fleeing guys as well? Or are you good?
Sure. They're far away though, right? I have to throw something.
Yeah, and this is the one that's injured by Otto at the moment, and your distance is. Don't forget, you can, because it's 60 feet away, you can run up the 30 before you throw, but it's still going to be a 30-foot attack.
Okay.
What are you throwing? Is it a hand axe?
It's a throwing
throw?
axe.
Yeah, throwing axe.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I think it's
God.
Jeez.
I think it's 20 feet for a throwing axe, isn't it?
I don't know. Does it not work? If it doesn't work, that's fine too.
You just roll with disadvantage. That's all. So just roll a second time, take the lesser of the two.
Okay. Oh.
Oh.
Man, if you just rolled a second time, it would have just been a 25.
Yeah.
It doesn't count like that.
Goes.
That, he gave you the chance.
I have yet to hit. I was like, oh, am I actually gonna hit somebody with a throwing weapon? Grommen just sucks at throwing shit.
Good thing,
Wasn't the
Otto-
other one where you threw overboard and the shark had to fetch it?
Yeah, and I hit a dolphin or a shark. Yeah, I think it might have been a shark.
The shark had to like fetch it for you.
Oh, that was so funny. Awesome. So
That was the first time he ever talked to animals, though, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think it was. Yeah, it was the first time you actually used that ability. That's true. So you guys do chase away the goblins. You've killed them, whatever. Otto took a few licks, Grommen barely, but you're able to go back to what it was that you're doing. Kind of like, all right, things we've been doing this for a long time. We're almost done. It's probably not very safe if we keep wasting our time doing this. So you got to finish up the job quickly. Now, when you guys finish up and start heading back, did Thonk think to go and find them as well because he hasn't seen them yet? Or did Thonk think to just head straight back to town? Mind you, it took you 4 days to get here, whereas usually it takes like the better part of
Well,
a day.
I know they didn't
He's
go
this
right
way.
back to town, so I would probably look for them.
So you'd be also making your way down there, heading your way. So
Yeah.
you would struggle significantly worse than them because you don't have any of the awesomeness that they have. So could you just roll me a survival check real quick?
That's rude.
I'm sorry, just not as good as them.
That's rude.
We can ask chat. Chat, is
wait,
Thonk as good
hang
as the
on.
rest of them?
I'm rolling with disadvantage for some reason there.
Because you're not as...
There you go.
All right, so you're able to find your way over to the cliff where it was that they are. If you could do me a favor and roll me athletics to pick yourself down that area because you were just not as good as they are to find paths.
Except I had a 4 in survival. It's not even that
I think
bad.
you might be the best among you.
Like
all
let's
of us.
not. Yeah, athletics. That's a different story.
I know.
Still fine.
Okay, so obviously you were taking your time. It's not like you were rushing your way down this. Thonk he's carrying a bunch of crap. He's not really worried. Nobody sent up any flares or anything. So he's making his way down as slow as he can, as carefully as he can to the bottom of the cliff. Finally, he gets down there and he starts looking for the tracks to make his way. But it's once he gets to the bottom of the area, because so much time has passed, he's going to actually meet them. Grommen, at this point, still hours later, Rye still passed out. She needed her beauty sleep. Carrying Rye on one shoulder and half of like a Yeti's fur on the other. So Rye, like over here, like kind of cuddled in as much as he can, maybe kind of like up like you would have a baby. And Rye's not tiny by any means, but Grommen is rather massive at 7 feet tall. And like a good amount of Yeti fur, but dragging the rest of it behind him. I don't know if maybe Otto would then try to pick up trailing Yeti fur, much like a
bride's dress, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get me. So is that what you do as well? Pick up this big slab of bloody meat.
Absolutely.
Awesome. It's great wedding.
I start singing the local equivalent of the wedding march.
Mm-hmm. So you guys make your way.
Ramen joins in.
Would you like me to roll me a performance check, Otto?
Oh, absolutely, I would. Yeah, I got to see how this is received by the local goblins.
Oh yeah, Brown wants in on this too. Oh, I can't do advantage though.
Yeah, you're fine.
Oh, it's a beautiful performance.
It is an amazing performance.
Not a beautiful one from Grommen.
So you're supposed to be up there with this song, and Grommen's just really bringing it down, like, oh, I've got baritone. And it's thanks, Grommen, thanks for participating. You get a gold star for awesome. All right. Anyways, you guys meet up over at the area. You guys picked your way down the cliff. You guys are making your way over there kind of right after Thonk gets down to the area. Now, at this point in time, it's actually very, very dark out. You guys spent so many hours doing this. The night finally set in. It's dark out. It started getting dark as you were traveling away from the Yeti fur. It's now very dark out. Grommen and Thonk can easily see each other. Thonk heard you guys coming from a mile away anyways. But you guys easily see each other. Otto himself, however, while it is brighter than it usually would be in the middle of the night in the middle of the wilderness with only stars to guide you, because you have so much snow around you that you can see much better, it's still difficult for Otto to see. So that being said, what do you guys say immediately as you bump into Thonk or Thonk bumps into you, whatever?
Grommen is going to put right down on the ground and say, "She needs your help."
Yeah, Thonk. You see Thonk kind of meandering over. He's actually carrying a big ass sword that's like somewhat strapped to him, and you don't remember him having that before.
Grommen would definitely notice a sword.
Yeah, that's why I pointed out. Like he's clearly carrying a blade that he didn't have when you left him at the cave. And he comes over, doesn't say a word. He just kind of drops to a knee and places his hand on Rye and casts a spell.
So is the sword on your back?
It's a great sword, remember?
Yeah, it's a big ass sword. So I think we said I made like a makeshift like sheath for it. It's in a sheath, and then I have it like slung over me.
Damn.
So I drop to a knee and I cast a spell. I'm going to heal.
He's also carrying like he has in his pack stuffed into it hunks of like leather or whatever, and he has got like other parts because there's so much of it that he's kind of like got slung over his shoulder himself as he was on his way. That's
going to be a total of because of my healing 14. You're going to take a total of 7. You're going to heal a total of 17.
So
that's
Rye
nice.
kind of pops open. Now, at this point in time, Rye's been knocked out for hours. So now, mind you, unconscious sleeping and sleeping are not anywhere near as are not equivalent in rest restfulness. However, it has been many hours. So while waking up very groggy and kind of disoriented, Rye does come to feeling a lot better. A lot of those, like any bits of internal bleeding or bigger cuts, significantly closed up on her body, while and almost all the little ones completely clear, leaving her skin without a blemish. The rest of them, however, you do still have gashes and whatnot on you from where the Yeti was like clawing, biting at you.
Grauman's gonna like, while Thonk is like healing him, Grauman's gonna notice the sword and pull it out of the sheath and be like, "What this?" and look at it.
I mean, I can't stop her, can I?
I mean, it's one of those, you're literally in the middle of casting your spell. So hold on a second, Sam. So if you're in the middle of casting your spell and she does this, why don't you make me, if you would like to react, roll me a constitution check. And if you succeed, you can not lose your spell by reacting, or just choose not to react and not lose your spell.
It would just catch me off guard, and I'd probably be like, leave it. That's all. The spell gets fumbled in the process.
Oh, Rye, Rye's still down. So he goes to grab it, and you kind of like maybe move like a little bit, just barely.
Yeah, dart my eyes up, and I just say very sternly, leave it.
And fumble the spell. I hope you have spells.
Oh, I do. I have more. Don't worry.
Oh, thank God. I know you were conservative last session.
Yeah,
so.
I was super conservative last session.
Grauman?
So you're gonna lose. You're gonna go from 17 to 15. You gain 15.
Grauman, how do you react to that before he casts again?
Oh.
Grauman's like, "Why? You know had that before."
I don't what? Oh, I know. You just. I'll just say, battle loot. Something to study later.
I never see you fight with sword.
You left me in the cave alone. It's mine.
Finders, keepers, losers. That's what you're like.
That's the Grummish way.
Okay.
Keep what you kill, so I'm gonna hang back and just cast.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get it so I can read what's on the damn sword. But okay.
Otto's getting a little impatient
I can't
with
push it anymore.
with Rye still being unconscious and bloodied up here. Like, can we please? Hey, can you do that?
15.
Okay, you heal 15. So feeling slightly less better with those.
Do I have any like broken bones or anything? Am I good?
What was that?
Do I have any like broken bones or anything? Am I?
I mean, it's one of those things where you probably do have a few little fractures and whatnot. Nothing that magical healing or a good amount of time of rest wouldn't take care of itself.
Okay.
You know, but we're not talking like shattered.
I haven't like lost the use of my arm or something.
No. I mean,
I can take care of that for you if you want. I can rip an arm off.
No, we're good. It's not gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt severely to like use, say, your off arm, but it's not going to be like I cannot use it and there's a bone protruding.
Okay. Yeah, I think Rye just her eyes slowly open and she sees like Thonk right over her, and she just goes, "Morning."
You see, Thonk, after like lifting his hand up from healing you, he actually just grabs you under the chin, like tilts your head one way, then the other, gives you a quick up and down, then pushes himself up, and turns to Otto and Grauman and says, "She'll be fine. We need to move. It's getting dark and it's gonna get cold."
I go over to help Rye up.
Yeah, I was gonna say extend a hand of
Rye graciously takes out his help and stumbles up.
So Rye has dark vision, so Rye can easily see the Yeti skins kind of like strewn about and everything else that has been described up until this point. Go ahead.
Rye's a little bit confused. She doesn't remember killing the last Yeti because she blacked out. So she's kind of like bemused and she sees the skins and what happened?
As I'm helping her up, I say, "Well, I mean, I was kind of hoping you could tell us."
Yeah. You make big holes in big yetis.
Is that the mythical plot Yeti? I've only heard tale of those.
The mythical plot yetis.
Rye, like, she doesn't question it any further, and she's just like, "Yeah, I guess I did. Yeah, I guess I did."
Grauman takes his cloak back and then puts the Yeti cloak on, Yeti armor or Yeti fur on her instead.
Just the bloody
Sob with coagulated blood and like.
Grauman doesn't care.
No.
Blood is blood all over him.
That is incredibly Grauman, though. That is why I love it.
Rye like gags at this, like immediately like throws it off.
Oh, that's so good.
Grauman's like, but it keep you warm.
It's okay. You can carry it.
What you said, Scott, how far was the walk back to town?
It took you guys, because of a snowstorm, so it added an extra day. It took you guys 4 days to get here.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So it's going to take you at least 3 days to get back.
Okay. So after after Rise like gags and hurls the thing off, Thonk looks to Ryan like, "Are you good enough to start traveling tonight?"
Rye looks down. Her clothes are just like shredded, and then she kind of like snatches Grauman's cloak back from him, and then like kind of like wraps it around, and she's like, "I think I'm good."
Thonk nods.
Grauman's like very confused. He's like,
Thonk nods and without saying a word, he starts moving.
Okay. Now, you guys aren't able to get necessarily too far in this. Again, Otto can see better than he usually would be able to because of the fact of the snow and whatnot. But you did travel a ton today. You got in tons of combats. You survived an avalanche or the falling off of a cliff or both or whatever. You unconscious, bloodied, the shit kicked out of you, crushed by a rock. You're not able to travel much more before you're just too exhausted unless you choose to push on. Do you choose to do so, or?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Then, if you're going to choose to push on, everybody can make me con saves for that one.
Rye has to like occasionally put her weight on Addo.
Grauman's
you know
doing
what?
great.
We should.
I'll just carry Addo.
No, it's okay. I want to give you guys levels of fatigue, so the next time I attack you,
Right. That's my fear. Why don't we go back to the cave and just camp out at the cave for the night? There's shelter there. We can keep it warm.
Or he's trying to put us back in the cave.
What
I mean,
cave
we just
talking
killed
about? About the cave with the giants?
Yeah,
Yeah.
where everything's
Yeah,
dead.
but they're all dead, Sam.
Oh.
And we've got, well, yeah, if we go back to the cave, we can go rest in the shrine that Thonk desecrated. That'd be a great place for us to all.
Nobody knows
Sure.
about the shrine, and you will
I'm
not
sure
be
we'd be
finding
safe
out.
there.
yeah, we'll go hide in the shrine that is desecrated, but Grumish, I'm sure. No
Wasn't
god.
wasn't there like a fire and stuff in there? Because we saw the chimney.
Yeah, I mean, they were definitely living in there, so that's what I'm saying. Like, we should just go back there, get our spells back, heal up a little bit, and spend the night, and we'll move in the morning.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Okay.
All right, cool.
I mean, Rye's not up for fucking debating.
Okay, then why don't you guys make your way back up there? Once again, you don't have to roll because you have both Otto, though less or so him, and Grauman leading the way. You guys are able to make your way back up to that area, all the way to the cave mouth. Funk already knows that everybody else had left the area to start their own trek backwards. They stuck around for maybe a few hours to make sure everything was good, maybe loot the place a little bit, and to take care of the dead bodies that they couldn't bring back with them. But beyond that, everybody else had actually left. So you guys head back up to the cave itself, go inside of it, maybe check that first room over towards where Thonk would know where the temple, where the small shrine was, but probably not in the actual shrine room. I imagine he keeps that dirty little secret to himself, yes?
Yeah, I'm not telling anybody about the
I
shrine.
didn't think so, but over that way, because you knew that two things. One, it was kind of a dead end, so it made it easier to get back there. And two, you knew that there was a secret door over there that you can use to evacuate this place if you needed to.
Yep.
You guys head back there, and with this, why don't we actually take our first break? You guys attempting to take a long rest.
No, it's not going to be an attempt.
Don't do that.
I'm just going to roll a d20 really quickly.
Hey, all right, we'll see you guys in about 5 minutes. Go grab a drink. Go take the biggest shit of your life.
Modifier
We'll be
-7.
back very
And
soon.
here we go. Oh, I got a total of a -1.